let's talk about sports. And I know you one of your favorite guys, Shohani, as I call him. But I know you wanted to start off with your friend Joe Mauer, and he is a friend of Pete's, folks.
Yeah.
So Pete,
Joe Mauer,
take it away.
Joe Mauer, for the people who don't know, all they know of him is, he's a catcher for the Twins. And yes, indeed, he just went into the Hall of Fame. And so he was in Cooperstown yesterday. And so this isn't just like the Minnesota Hall of Fame or anything like that. He's already in there. I mean, that was a slam dunk. John, he's the only player or athlete ever to be both the basketball or the baseball player of the year and the football player of the year coming out of high school. I mean, his numbers are outrageous. He was an unbelievable quarterback, offered by everybody, decided to go to Florida State, but then all of a sudden he gets drafted by the Minnesota Twins, first pick. And the guy literally spent very little time getting warmed up for major leagues and jumped in there not too long after, John. The history of this guy that not many people know enough about is amazing. I mean, he might be up there sort of with the Bo Jacksons of the world and some of these other great athletes that we talk about all the time, because he did things that nobody else has ever done in his position in baseball. And like we said, he also was a basketball player. He only averaged about 20 points. He was getting rides in basketball from everybody as well, John. So this guy's an athlete. How about this? 6 All-Stars, 3-time Golden Glove, 5-time Silver Slugger, 3-time AL batting champion. Now, that's a catcher. And for a career, he was batting .305. Not so bad. The guy's over 300. I mean, when you look at the numbers, and it's staggering how, first of all, the longevity that he had, but also the ability as a 6'5" guy playing catcher and the stress that puts on your body and everything else. Man, just a fun kid. It was a very exciting time for not just Minnesotans, but everybody. But I don't know if you ever got a chance to see him in person, John. I did see him in football, but wow. I mean, the guy stood out because of his size, his arm, everything, athleticism. The guy really can do it all. And it was a big weekend here in Minnesota with him.
Yeah, and Pete, these accolades are very deserved. I think, just like you said, Bo Jackson, I'd even throw out Jim Thorpe.
Yeah.
I mean, because Jim Thorpe was a guy who ran in the Olympics, folks, in dress shoes because somebody stole his spikes. This guy is that kind of guy. I mean, just an immense talent. And the guy might be as nice as he is talented, Pete.
Yeah.
Because I know you say that he puts in a lot of time with charities and a lot of time with Cretin Durham Hall, the school that he came out of.
Yeah, he's unbelievably generous with his time, with his money, with everything, and he did well. He did very, very well. But it ain't all just sitting in his pocket. He's always doing something for the community, for St. Paul, and of course for his alma mater of Cretin Durham Hall as well. He's done every building over there is named after the guy, for crying out loud. I mean, he's given them millions and millions and millions of dollars over the years. All right, speaking of a guy who's kind of a Superman, Shohei Ohtani is really something special. And you and I, last year we talked about this guy a lot. And then unfortunately, he had the misfortune of the elbow issue, right? Well, that really cost him because he was only able to sign a contract for damn near $1 billion. What was it, $750 million or something? Some unbelievable number, right? But as deserved as anybody, I mean, what he's doing in baseball has never been done. He's not pitching this year. He'll start maybe again next year. He's still only 30 years old. In baseball, you can play pretty far into your 30s, maybe even the low 40s. So when you look at his numbers, John, across the board, I mean, this guy is Superman. But last night, he hit a bomb. I think it went just south of 500 feet or something like that. Absolutely unbelievable. So here's a guy who's batting .315. He's number 4 in Major League Baseball. He's got 120 hits for number 4 in baseball. He hit last night 473-foot bomb that others are saying is a 500-something foot bomb, but it was miscalculated by people. I mean, when you're hitting areas of the ballpark that nobody's ever hit before in Dodger Stadium and things like that, you're doing something pretty damn special. And he's the only guy in the first 100 games, not the only guy, he's one of the top 5 guys in only 100 games who has 30 home runs and 20 stolen bases. How about that? So this guy, he's not just some guy who's eating sausages in the dugout and then coming out there and hitting it out of the park. He can run too. So it's amazing to watch this guy. And I would tell everybody, and I've told people here in Minnesota forever, hey, Dodgers come to the Twins Stadium over here, you better go watch him. This guy is an amazing guy to watch because his athleticism is sort of in that Joe Mauer kind of world. And he is a talent that's worth going out to watch if he's in your city.
Oh, I absolutely agree, Pete. And he definitely has something very special for a big guy like him or Aaron Judge to be able to, with those larger strike zones, because, of course, Judge is 6'7". Yeah. This guy's 6'4". They're not little guys like Pete Rose that crouch down. Yeah. I mean, these are big strike zones, and yet they both hit for average and hit for power. Just incredible. Love watching play.
He's a talent that people do need to go watch. I mean, I honestly mean that because, you know, I've said that about Anthony Edwards a couple years ago, and I'm saying it about Shohei last year, and I'm saying it again right now. Go watch this guy play baseball. He is an athlete. He does it all. And it is amazing. I mean, he's second only to Judge right now for home runs. And Judge, like you said, he's a big son of a gun, and he is a great player. But Ohtani does a lot more in a game than Judge as far as using his athleticism, stealing the bases, how he runs the bases. And if he comes back to pitch again, that is definitely a show that you want to watch.